Great guys, Giselle Mystery over here, and we are going to be meeting probably one of the most prominent, one of the most hatke screenwriters and directors of Indian cinema, and now he's taking a global approach through his festival journey as well. It's an absolute privilege and an honor to interview him early this morning. It's not really early, but for Indian Standard Time, this is absolutely early morning. Anurag Kashap, welcome to the show, sir, and welcome to Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's very rare that we see a prominent Indian film director on a international festival circuit, and I think you're starting that whole trend as well. What's your take on that? What is your purpose of joining festivals?
I think festivals for me was very necessary at one point in life because the kind of films I was making in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And the mainstream cinema was very different, and I was always told that this is not what you're doing, is not films.
Yeah.
It was important for me to go to the festival.
Yeah.
And find an audience.
Yeah.
And then from outside I came in, which was very important for me. Now it's a thing. Now it's like when you're constantly trying to do something new, it's very important to find the audience worldwide.
Sure.
And see, because now the audience is one.
Yeah.
Because of streaming.
Yeah. And Western cinema, Hollywood, is looking for brown man stories, international films. You've got movies like Life of Pi, Bend It Like Beckham, Hotel Mumbai, Slumdog Millionaire, which are winning great accolades at the Oscars and great recognition. How do you think we are getting into that mainstream with them?
I think there's a massive representation happening across the world.
Yeah.
Of Asians, and is good for us.
Yeah.
I think we are finding to bridge that gap that was there.
Yeah.
And we have to do both. We have to be ourselves, and we have to continue making what Indian cinema always has been.
Yeah.
The ups and downs.
Yeah.
At the same time, speak to a global audience in a global life.
Sure. You're getting into your earlier journey as well. How has your upbringing and approach to life influenced you in your personal filmmaking?
I was more influenced by things outside of films. So which is why my references, everything is from outside.
Yeah.
And not really borrowing from cinema one has grown up on.
Okay.
So that's one massive difference. Second, also because being an outsider, I also know that what exists outside of the system, and that's why I work a lot with newcomers and outsiders.
Brilliant. We saw Kennedy. Absolutely love the angle and the story. I probably was mesmerized by the content, and when we heard you at the press conference of Uday Shetty's character and how you brought that into the lockdown, how did the whole idea start? Where did it actually start from?
It started with Sudhir Mishra because Sudhir Mishra back in 2003 hired me to write a script for him.
Yeah.
His references were of Uday Shetty, who was apparently a real character that I did not know about.
Sure. You're right.
Uday Shetty, I found out after the screening because the Indian filmmaker, senior of mine, and also a great colleague and BF, Partho Senugupta.
Yes.
Now lives in Sydney.
Sure. Yeah.
Made Hawa Ne De at Sunrise.
Yeah.
And he worked on a film called Raak.
Right.
Aditya Bhattacharya.
Yeah.
He said Raak was also influenced by the myth and legend of Uday Shetty.
Yes.
Uday Shetty is a myth and a legend.
Right.
And I loved his story, but he was from the 80s.
Yeah.
But one incident in lockdown just triggered off an idea. What if, it was nothing, like when the whole Scorpio incident was found with gelatin sticks. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
What if it wasn't just that? What if it was more than that?
Yeah.
What if it wasn't outside the house? There was a purpose to it.
Yeah.
And what if it actually went off?
Right.
Could have gone on.
Yeah.
So putting Uday Shetty in the scheme of things.
Right.
And telling the story of a lot of things that actually we went through in the lockdown.
Got you.
In a city like Mumbai, which is very elite and privileged.
Sure.
Compared to people who were like migrating from cities into the villages.
Correct. Yeah.
Made beer.
Got you. Yeah.
So I think a contrast to that, within the city, within the privileged world, there's a dark story going on. It's very comic book, graphic novelish. Very noir.
Wow. Yeah, very noir. You're big on the noir side of things. Coming to that factor, how was your personal experience? What were you getting up to during the lockdown, and how did the whole thing start?
My lockdown was very bad.
Right.
Because I'm used to working all the time, and I was caught alone.
Yes.
Down.
Yes. Yeah.
I slept.
Yeah.
I really slept.
A lot of scripts, a lot of stories.
And, no, nothing. I did nothing.
Okay.
I actually did nothing in the lockdown. I put on weight.
Wow.
So for me, now I'm ready for a lockdown. Now is the lockdown.
You want another lockdown? Yeah. Now, many of your films have a strong political commentary. Now, do you believe filmmakers have a responsibility to address political issues in their work?
So film has to, when a film represents a world,
Yeah.
it also represents the socio-political fabric of the world.
Yeah.
And you can't escape it.
Sure.
Telling a story like Kennedy,
Yeah.
it will represent, but it is not about the politics.
Right. Yes.
It does showcase the socio-political fabric,
Yeah.
which was at that time, it was very fragile.
Yeah.
And things were happening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also a personal story of a character. It's very, like I said, it's very noirish, it's very graphic novelish. At
Yes.
the same time, it's redemption.
Yeah. Your choice of characters and cast, Sunny Leone and Rahul Bhatt, after a long time. How did that happen?
I work with people who really want to do something, and
Yeah.
both are very hungry for it.
Yeah.
And they also fit the roles perfect.
Sure.
And they give that kind of a time, and they prepped that much
Got you. Yeah.
them to become the character.
What's next on the charts for you? Something international?
Right now, I'm just writing a lot,
Okay.
but no idea what is going to start. So
Now, in recent years, of course, OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and a lot of OTT channels in India. How do you think these platforms are playing in the finance part of the film industry, and you as a producer as well?
see, they have changed the way people watch films.
Yeah.
Financially, like I always say, that it's really, there's a lot happening,
Yeah.
and not everything works.
Right.
So if there is a kind of a transparency,
Yeah.
about knowing what really is working, what really is not working,
Sure.
it also makes it healthy in the sense that economically.
Yeah.
But there's also problem of plenty.
Got you.
The problem of plenty. There's a lot of things like, people not going to cinemas is a worldwide pandemic.
Pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a threat. Yeah.
Yeah, very famously, Spielberg was telling Tom Cruise in that video that
Yeah.
thank you for saving cinemas.
That's it. Yeah. When it all started back again.
It's happening worldwide. People are not going to cinemas.
Yeah.
It is showing in box office collection even of the Marvel movies and everything else.
Yeah.
So we need to save cinemas,
Absolutely.
and we need to protect ourselves and what we do.
There's a great conversation. Of course, we are taking this on the forefront to bridge filmmaking in Australia. We've got Hollywood, Bollywood, cinema that comes to Australia, films, and goes back, because I believe our rebates are world class. What can we do to boost the Australian film industry through directors and producers like yourself with our
I
content?
think it's easy because this time when I came to Sydney, I realized there's a massive Asian population and there are lots of Asian stories that can be told.
Huge, absolutely. And you're willing to invest your time and...
Yeah, absolutely. If there's a very interesting Asian story, I just recently saw a rough cut of a film Hansel Mehta has made,
Yeah,
which is a Asian story set in you.
yeah, absolutely.
It is very strong and powerful.
And he's got some great content with Scoop and everything that's come out through.
It is very good.
And I think Australia is on the forefront politically. Of course, Modi and Albanese, both the prime ministers, are bridging bilateral trades. And cinema is unfortunately not on their to-do list, and we're trying to push that through with the Indian entertainment industry.
I hope that happens.
Then hopefully we can get in touch with you first before we get in touch with anyone.
I hope that happens.
Anurag, thank you so much, and of course, thank you for your time and pleasure. So guys, with Indus Age and Friends World TV, we've got the maestro, the filmmaker, and he's told us he's going to be back to Australia very, very soon. He loves Australian content and cinema. He's here for the Sydney Film Festival, so we'll be seeing a lot of him in the future as well. And we look forward to seeing you guys through in the future. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time.